let's say our applicant is now they've been accepted to law school. They're going to start in maybe a few months from now, and
Mhm,
they're wondering what can they do now, if anything, to
mhm.
prepare for law school. I hear a lot of conflicting advice around law school prep specifically, but I understand, I think you help applicants with law school prep, right? So can you
Right.
share a bit more on that?
Right. So one of the things that my Lawyer Bay organization does for applicants, once you studied for the LSAT, you've gotten a decent score, you've gotten into law school. Now it's like, now what, right? So one of the things that we do as a part of our coaching program for the JD, so the law student, is we really focus on getting you through your first year. So a lot of times people look at law school as 3 years. Let me break the news to you. It's really 1 year. The reason why I say that is because your second and third year is mostly electives and you're doing internships and your associate programs and things like that. If you want to stay in law school and be considered for some of these top internships and associate programs, they're going to look at your first year grade. So I always say your first year is your most important year. Don't worry about getting a job or networking. All of that is second and third year. Your first year is all about your grades. It's all the core subjects of law school. All your required courses, for the most part, are in your first year, like your torts, your real property, constitutional law, criminal law. All of that. That's your first year. So the goal should be to get the best grades as possible and quickly identifying where the courses where you're weak, and maybe getting a tutor in those courses so that you can get a decent grade. But definitely your first year, uh, once you're in law school, your first year is your most important year. In fact, they're thinking about condensing law school now, where it will really just be 2 years of like your academics, your courses, and your third year would be a required like internship or associate program that you have to do, which I think is a fabulous idea, because a lot of people are coming out of law school with great grades, but they're not lawyers. They've never practiced. They don't know how to do anything. So with that being said, it just goes to show that really that first year is where your focus should be, when you're entering law school. Get the grades, and then everything else will fall into place.
Fantastic. And that definitely echoes what I've heard similarly elsewhere as well. The first year is that make or break. And that's really where you want to buckle down and focus. I also love the idea of condensing law school, putting a little more practical information and experience there as well. But that first year, keeping those grades up, that's also what a lot of future opportunities will be based on as well.
Yes, yes. And in addition to job opportunities, your first year grades will determine if you're going to do like law review or mock trial or some of these other things that look good on your resume going into an employer application. So yeah, your first year really determines a lot. And so I always tell first years, let that be your focus. Put your energy there.
Thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already to be notified of new episodes as I release them. And feel free to reach out if you need anything at all as you move forward with your prep. I'm happy to help however I can. In the meantime, I'll wish you all the best and take care.